Thank you so very much for being back. And if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. On to our main conversation for today. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has warned that Nigeria's democracy is facing an existential danger, accusing the administration of President Bola Tinubu of deliberately shrinking democratic space and weakening opposition parties in a way that could result in a de facto one-party state. In a statement issued yesterday by his spokesman, Peter Obi, Atiku said Nigerians have endured almost 3 years of severe economic hardship under the current government, alongside political actions that, in his view, undermines democratic principle. He alleged that the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, is pursuing a calculated strategy that combines tough economic policies with political maneuvers to neutralize credible opposition, leaving the party dominant by default, not by merit.
Very well said. Atiku described the steady erosion of opposition parties as one of the most troubling trends under the Tinubu administration, warning that democracy cannot survive without strong alternatives.
All right, so let's get talking. We have Barrister Atunji Abdulhamid. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for hanging on. Barrister, what's your take on Atiku Abubakar's observation on the fact that President Bola Tinubu is gradually like Tanzania, gradually like Maduro of Venezuela, who's been kidnapped,
yes,
virtually, or gradually like the president of Uganda, Museveni, all killing the opposition and hoping to have a one-party state where only their names will be on the ballot. What's your take on this, Barrister?
I think my position is neither there or not here. I think I don't want to agree that the president is turning the party into the country into a one-party state. I rather want to say people who are in politics are not strong enough to be a strong opposition. Look at the governors who are defecting. Some of them are not ready to even challenge anything. They just want easy access to their seats or to get back their ticket. That's what they're looking for. When you see governors in PDP, they come that will tell you the party is in crisis. Who are those that are supposed to resolve the crisis in the party? The governors are the leader of the party. And the same governors will be the one running away. It's like a father saying there's fire in my house, and he now left the house for the children. He said, I can no longer stay because there's fire. You find a way around it between yourself. Let me go and fight, succumb elsewhere. So you see, that's not to take away the fact that, look, there are certain things that have been done, like that is intimidating, allegedly, those in opposition. Because you see, by the time election is nearing, you see EFCC being active, particularly against people who are not alliance with the president. They may even be in the same party with the president. They can be seen as people who are not on the same page with the president. You see them go after them and say they have a claim of they have an allegation of crime against them. They are investigating one thing or the other. Yeah, those are part of the strategies that are being used to capture or recapture people and to even keep people silent. That does not mean that if you have any skeleton in your cupboard, they should not look into it. But sometimes it's been done in a way that you suspect that this politics. I always make example. Recently, this is an example I will give you. It's a Edo State election. Before the election, if you recall, the police were after almost the stakeholders of the PDP in Edo State in the name of they are investigating crime. They kill somebody and they are trying to investigate, and therefore they have been wanted for one thing or the other. So they have been taken immediately after the election. Nothing happened again. The crime is gone, and nobody's been investigated again, and nobody's in court. So it shows that it was just made for political gain. So if Atiku is saying the certain things have been done, yes, to an extent, but majorly I'll blame the politicians in oppositions. Some of them are selfish, and that's why I said the other time. Even those in PDP today who are clamoring, who are behaving as if they are the messiah of PDP, they are doing it for their own sake. They are doing it for their own interest, and that's why I told you that some people who are showing that trait are going behind to negotiate with certain people. So we are people who are not sincere in our politics. We are politicians who are only concerned about their personal interests, where their bread will be buttered. That's why they go. So if you have that kind of politician, there is no way people who can dangle money or dangle a thing that will attract you will not be able to secure your service. So the president is securing their service because they are willing to. So if they are willing to be used as tool, then you will not blame the president for that. After all, the president was a one-man riot years ago when he was the only candidate, only party outside the PDP at that time. He was only one of the only party at that time, especially in the Southwest. He was the only gubernatorial candidate that is not in the ruling party. And he maintained his stand. He did not allow any pressure.
He wasn't dealt with. Sorry for interjecting. He wasn't dealt with like he is dealing with the opposition right now, declaring state of emergency, which you had said that it wasn't constitutional on Rivers State. It's not the way Obasanjo dealt with him. If Obasanjo had dealt with him like the way he had dealt with Fubara, I don't think he would still be with or calling himself the one-man person or one-man mopo, whatever it is.
To an extent, I agree with you to an extent. But I also want to say, look, if you are saying about what happened, what about the withholding of local government funds in Lagos State at that time? What was it for?
Yeah, it was because it was a barrister. You would agree with me. It was because he created more local governments. He created more local government called FCDAs in Lagos that was not constitutional, and that's okay. It's okay for the president to withdraw the resources of the.
Including the allocation belonging to the recognized local government, the legal, is it legal? You see in Osun State, the former governor, the current governor of Osun State, was making an attempt to join APC. Why was he making attempts? Because he said the local government fund has been withheld, and one of the conditions, in quotes, is that if he joined them, they will resolve that issue amicably, and he wants to join. So if we are to be If you see what I'm trying to say, the level of what they are doing to them, even the one we are talking about now, you cannot even say, okay, the only one you were able to give example of is Rivers State.
Yes. Which
is it? What happened in Akwa State? Was there any threat against the governor in Akwa State for him to defect? Was there any threat against the governor of the
Barbarista, sometimes you don't blame some of these people. Remember Omoeno of Akwa Ibom State, he did that because the EFCC was going for his boss. Delta State, the same thing. Oborowori went to the APC because EFCC was after Okowa. So these are some of the reasons, and that's why Atiku Abubakar is saying that the president is deliberately choking the opposition so he can have a one-party state.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. If you know you have not done anything wrong, or your hands are not soiled, if they are going after you, you go and attend to them and you leave. Ayofayose was invited when he was after he left governor. Where is him today? Even though when Buhari was in power, he challenged Buhari several times, and then what happened thereafter? Nothing happened. So if you know if you have people who can withstand pressure, what I'm saying is that we have people in position of authority today who cannot withstand any pressure, and that is so because most of them got into that position without struggling for it. Majority of them did not struggle for it, just like Asiwaju and Co. struggle for it. They were given on the platter of gold. Majority of them, they were unpicked by godfathers, and therefore they do not understand that. In fact, you see, we have people who are not strong. That's what I'm saying. Look at Kano State now. What is the issue in Kano State? Where is the governor thinking of going to APC? Is it because he's under pressure? And this governor of Kano that we're talking about, are you aware that it's an in-law to Kwankwaso?
To Kwankwaso, yes, very well.
Yes, it does not matter. He's looking for where his bread will be butter. Because he's thinking that the soft landing for him, or the way to win election easily in Nigeria today, is to where you belong to APC. So it's not about, it's about their own personal interests. And it's about them not ready to challenge anything. That's what I'm saying. So for me, yeah, Atiku may be right that the president are doing one or two things to all people into their party. But like I said, if they are also strong and they are ready to challenge, just like other people are doing, at least El-Rufai, even though it was because he was removed as a minister, probably today he will not be saying what he's saying. Some of them stood their ground and said, look, this is where we are going to belong. And we're not going there. No matter what pressure you are going to give us. Put us pressure. But some of them are not that strong. They are not even ready to even face any challenge at all. They want to align, and that's what you see. So for me, we are not practicing democracy in Nigeria, and that's what that is the essence of what I've been saying. It's not about democracy; it's about personal interests. Political party in Nigeria is a special vehicle purpose that people are being used to get to where they are going to, and that's why you see them move from one party to another. It's just to look for where the vehicle that will be on board, that will be moving fast. You know what they call sole? When you want to travel, when you go to garage, you know you want to wait for. But when you go to a long express and you wait, that one there is no need for you you won't wait for, say, we are looking for more passengers. As it picks you go. So that's what they are looking for. They are looking for express, the one that will take them to the destination fast. That's so it's because there is no political ideology. There's no political ideology. It's not about it's about where their butter will be bred, where things will be easy for them, where they'll be able to achieve their objective and interest. And that's why you see a governor will just move. One day, a governor in Rivers State, and some of them they believe that they've done something wrong, and thinking that whenever I leave this office, I may be arrested or I may be taken to court. So to avoid those kind of thing, they want to align with the ruling party so that they will be safe. That is what they are trying to do. It is not. I will not blame that on presidents. Why did you soil your hand? Why did you have bad record? If you want to be clean. So if you want to fight, if you want to be in an opposition, and you want to fight the ruling government, you must be clean. You must ensure that you don't have anything that. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, it's very difficult to see any politician in Nigeria that does not have any bad record that can be used against him whenever anything is to happen. So for me, it's because we have people who are not playing the game the way it's been played, and that's why they are being used or they are being forced to, in quotes, to join the ruling party. They are being forced, and it's also in line with their interest, because their interest is to win elections somewhere or to get appointments, and they think that when they belong to this category, they may likely achieve that objectives, and that's why they are doing that. So I will not totally blame the president for that. I'm not exonerating the president or the APC. I'm saying total. If I'm to rate it, I would say the opposition party or people are 70%. I will give the APC and the president 30% of the influence in that regard. You see, whether we have everybody going to APC, that does not guarantee winning election. If we look at what happened in the past, at the time the President Jonathan lost election, PDP has the largest governor. They have about 27 or so. I can't remember there, and he lost election. So if election is about having more governor, then it's not about people. Then we are not running anything democracy. Like I said, it's even so. If you are not, if you are afraid that once you have governor on your side, you have won election. That means we are saying the governors are the one doing all the voting. They are the one. Their vote carries more than 1 vote. Or yes, I believe they carry more than 1 vote, because apart from their own vote, they can also influence other people to vote on their where they want to go. And because we have a country where we have sycophants, people who are looking for opportunity, people who are looking for position, they want to align and say it's better to be here than go to where you are not certain as to what will happen. That is what we are seeing today.
Okay.
And you will see more of this. You will see more of this kind of statements, because we are now fully in the election period. If you take it or leave it, if you don't know, by July, party must do their primary. They must start. The primary must. So July is very, very, very close by. It may be like 6 months or 5 months now, but it's very close by. And for you, you must plan. You must run around. People are moving now, trying to ensure that things are done the way it should be. And that's how you see Mr. Wiki going from one local government to the other.
But then again, how do economic hardship and political strategy intersect in this narrative? That's like the narrative we read.
How does what? How does what?
Okay, I said, how do economic hardship and political strategy, intersect with this narrative we just read?
No, political, the economic hardship can only work against the ruling party if economy is not better. that could be a ground for people to say, look, we are not better. We cannot continue with this kind of game. But apart from that one being there, you must also be strategic in politics. You see, the opposition that we have today, they are not speaking with one force. Everybody is speaking as me. Look at ADC now. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong in having 5 candidates who wants to contest for president. There's nothing wrong in it. But all of them are going with the mindset of, if it's not me, if it's not me. I listened to Mr. Tomi, and I was disappointed. He already said it. He said if Obi is not winning, it will not win the ADC election. He's no longer interested. So that is the mindset, that it must be one candidate. So once that candidate does not emerge, then everything will scatter. Then we'll go back to square one. So there must be synergy. There must be alliance within. There must be that sincerity, and they say, look, we are ready to support ourselves. Whatever happens, whoever wins, we are all in it together, and then we must work it together. But as long as that mindset of it must be me, then they won't get it right. And that is strategy that they may not be getting right. If everybody is talking about me, the hardship on grant is enough grant for them to campaign against the current administration, to say, look, things are not better. We are getting more tense in terms of poverty and hardship. So people, and that's why they always talk about it's about people against APC, not about any opposition party. So, but I doubt if people will exploit that. People we have in Nigeria today, even though they may be hungry, on the day of election, they will only be interested in who can give them a few change that will not last them for 1 hour. And even those who will not even collect money, may not even come out to vote. They will tell you, my vote will not count. Some of them will not be interested. That's why you will see us have, we are told we have about 80 million registered voters, and you will see less than 30 million voting during the election. So why would they not be able to manipulate? Because we have about 50 million that are not voted. So now manipulation is possible because people are not participating. So as long as we are not participating, that means we are not getting our political strategy right. So anybody who wants development in the country through politics must be involved in that, must be participating in it. And so that if you think there's hardship on the land, then you want to control that hardship, or you want to change the government on the land, and then you must participate in it. As long as we're not participating, we will remain where we are, and it will continue the way we are.
Very so unfortunate. Just like you did say, Barrister, people are hungry, but they are not angry. Yes, because if they are angry, then there will be a change. But Barrister, my last question, given the way our president plays politics better than governance, do you think, according to you, if there is a consensus with the ADC, is it possible that the ADC might clinch the ticket come 2027 if there is free and fair election in Nigeria?
Take it or leave. There cannot be consensus. There cannot be. Even for me, consensus will create a disharmony within people. Let everybody come to the field and sort it out. Then they will see whether or not they've lost. But by the time you say you are begging people to step down, some people will step down, but it's not their wish to step down, and that will give them that whatever. So there cannot be. When APC came on board, the election that produced Buhari was not about consensus. Now there are about 3 or 4 people contested, and he emerged, and they supported him to an extent. And I remember Atiku Abubakar was part of it, and I remember he supported him. In fact, the Govt that you see with Buhari used to be Atiku's spokesperson before that primary. It was after the primary that Buhari won that he donated the Govt and some other support in terms of finance and the other moral support to Buhari to support the election. So what I think is that the mindset of it must be, if I didn't win, that this coalition will not work again, is what will kill them. They must have a free mind that, look, once we do this primary and somebody emerge, then we have to support that person. Then there will be contest. Because look at it, if you have Kwankwaso, if you have Obi, if you have Atiku and some other people in APC is looking stronger. And the government of the day will be afraid. And so they need to be. What do you say?
You said APC. It's supposed to be ADC.
No, I say ADC. I say ADC. If you have Kwankwaso, you have El-Rufai in ADC. They are looking more stronger in that regard with Obi, and I believe with Obi, Kwankwaso or Obi Atiku or Atiku Obi, whatever. It can never be Obi Atiku. Atiku will never be vice president because it's bigger than that. That is, we have to take that. And for anybody, and it's going to be difficult for any of them to defeat Atiku in that primary. That is the reality. And so anybody who has that in mind, that look, I will not be able to win.
Are you telling me no one can beat Atiku with a free and fair primaries in the ADC without Atiku doing what he knows how to do best?
We are talking about party primary. We are not talking about general election.
Yes,
even general election.
That's what I'm saying. With the party primaries, without Atiku doling out what he knows how to do best, do you think if there's a free and fair election within that party, Atiku would win?
Forget this narration that you always put in place. Atiku has been on ground for long. He has this connection. He has some people around him who have been following him. Atiku has joined ADC since when? And even before he joined ADC, how many people did come to APC because of him? You can't up to 100. Can't Obi people. How many people have joined with Obi? And if they join today, when they are doing delegates, how many of them will be delegates? Those who follow Obi. How many of them will be delegates? That is the game that they are not planning. They are not planning before now. Atiku has because of his being in the system for long, being a former vice president, being somebody who has been contesting, he has that structure that can deliver for him through delegates, with or without money. I'm not saying there is no money, but you see, when we're also even talking about popularity, are you saying Obi is not popular than Atiku? Because the last election result did not show that. Obi came third. Atiku came second. It shows that Atiku is more popular than Obi, if you are looking at that. So people who are talking about it must be Obi is more popular. How did you get that? Because the last election did not show that. So if there's a combination between Atiku and Obi, I think there are going to be a strong fight for the APC. If there's a combination of Atiku, Obi and Kwankwaso or whatever, that's going to be a big fight. But you see, that mindset of once once the ticket is not for me, I will not be in it. Will destroy everything. They must go with free mind and say, look, whoever emerges as the candidate, we are all going to rally around that person. But with that mindset that I see from people, especially from people who are talking now, saying once I'm not giving tickets, that's over. Or once a particular person is not giving tickets, I'll cut me out. Then there's a defeat already in that.
All right, we truly do hope that things will get better. Sometimes I just sincerely wish that our politicians will start behaving like the politicians of the First Republic, the Nnamdi Azikiwes, the Ahmadu Bellos, the Saudanas, the Obafemi Awolowos, the Akintolas, the Michael Obaras. You know, I just hope that they would get back to that place where there was this unity. Someone would gladly step down for another person, right? Nnamdi Azikiwe was actually supposed to be the premier, but he stepped down and said, "Let me be the president while you become the prime minister." You know, so this is how politics should be played. But we do not.
They know the truth.
You were saying something.
I don't agree with you. Why was there a fight between Awolowo and Akintola? If they are talking about the past leaders, they are also doing the same thing at that time.
Really?
It may not be as clear as this. They are also doing the same thing. Most time when they contest election, it's either Azikiwe, Awolowo, and who again? They are always contesting against themselves. I've not seen one of them say, I know Awolowo is good, let him go, let me step down. I've not seen Awolowo say Azikiwe is good, let me step down. It's always like that too. And people sometimes when we say somebody is good, have you tested them? Has Obi been tested? Has Kwankwaso been tested? Because me, like I said, I am not going to rely on statement. Statement is different from action. When you get there, you now be giving us excuses. I didn't know it was like this. This president, when he was coming in, he showed us that like he has all the solution in his hand. What are we seeing today? Soludo, in the when he was coming for the first time, what did he say? Solution. Have you seen the solution today?
He said he will turn Anambra to Dubai. And Anambra today, common Abia State is better than Anambra now as we speak.
We are being unfair to Atiku. Whatever we say, why is Atiku contesting? Why must he not step down? Step down as what? Step down and become godfather. And you people, and he will come and say, I'm the godfather. I sponsor you, I supported you, I want this, I want that. What you people will still say Atiku is domineering. Why is he controlling him? Why is he the one? And he want to spend his money. You want to spend his money to support somebody. And the that person will win. He will not be asking for this. You people will not be saying, why is he asking for it? How many people are doing things because of Nigeria in this country, particularly in politics? They just are doing for their own interest. They have where they are going to, and they want to get there. Even Obi, what he's doing today is not because of you and I. It's because of himself. He wants to be president. That's all. So we have to be sincere with ourselves. So for me, until that mindset of it must be me, it must be Atiku, it must be Obi, it must be Kankaso, until that mindset is taken away, we won't get it right. Because I've seen people, particularly from a certain part of the country, they are saying once Atiku get that ticket of ADC, they will not support Obi again. So that kind of mindset will not take us anywhere. So if you are blaming Atiku, you should blame yourself too. They are also selfish.
All right. Okay, so we will have to leave it at this point. It's still very fresh and a developing story. Yeah. We have close to about 5 to 6 months before primaries, and we'll know who will emerge, and better, who would equally take away our pains and our sorrow as Nigerians. Because to be honest, you Nigerians are suffering en masse. Things are really not good. While we complain, our president is not even around to help us say, sorry, I understand you. He's not even around. He's taking care of himself in France and some other places. It's actually quite unfortunate that we're having this. They did not believe that we are suffering, though. They believe we have turned the corner. That's why we're still turning the corner.
You know one thing about Nigerians, even if you are suffering, it will be shown. Like no one will know we are suffering, but then again, like
suffering and smiling, is that what you're saying?
Suffering and smiling. You can wear good clothes.
But that does not remove the fact that people are suffering.
Yes,
right? It's all over the place. It's written all over. It's written all over, and we hope
that things will get better. The supporter of government will tell you now. You see, and you say people are suffering, and you see people going to club or Dubai. I see all Nigerians are doing buying, going to club. I see all Nigerians are spraying money at the party. With only few people that are doing that, and they will say because of that, Nigeria is not suffering. Yes, are not
exactly. It's a blanket situation there. You know, Bayo Onodogo posted a market in Onitsha and said, yes, you can see they say Tinubu is not doing fine, but look at the market is filled. And someone will say, well, that's his own take, though.
Oh my God.
All right, thank you so very much, Barrister, for being here.
Thank
you. We really do appreciate your time and your insights. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so very much, Barrister. So that's just about the time we have. A lot to say. Thank you to you, wherever it is you've streamed, you've watched from around the world. We say thank you. Please do well to visit us. You can find us at enterprisetvnews.com to read up on everything we have talked about. You can equally go to our YouTube page at Enterprise TV7 to watch some more, and equally download and share to your friends and folks so we all can be part of the conversation. I am Henry.
And I'm Kendi Bodrin.
Have yourself a splendid day. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.